So last spring we were getting a bunch of rain and we didn't want to waste the opportunity of making sure to collect it with our rain tank. So we kind of temporarily just placed it here on the ground. Not a really good idea, not recommended, but we didn't want to miss the opportunity of collecting that rain. So in this phase, what we're going to do is we're going to extend our gutters over, which will eventually be kind of an aqueduct, if you will, over the walkway here. And we're going to build ourselves a nice base, which will raise the rain tank, which gives us a lot more flow with gravity, and it'll give us a lot more solid of a surface to land on, preventing any sort of washout and damage like we see. Can you toss me that spray paint bottle? So this is where the wall's got to start. You know what I mean? It can't be any closer, kind of. What we need to decide right now then is how do we want the water to fall in?
Probably down.
You're fired. Just saying, do we want it on the back side? Do we want it on the front side?
The back side. Would you point this way?
I think if anything, I would rather try to bring it this way some.
Yeah.
To give us a little bit more breathing room there. You think, Wally? We're gonna make a rain tank? We're gonna be digging in just a minute. Your favorite thing to do. I know. You ready? Are you ready for it? Let's just avoid that. All right, so now that we've got our space marked, we are using the 8x8x8 cinder blocks to make this base. And the reason we're doing the 8-inch wide is instead of the standard 16-inch wide is because this circle is rather tight and we didn't want a lot of large gaps around just for the look. And so what we're gonna do is we'll kind of dig this out. We'll dig a trench. This will be our edge line, or kind of our center of the tank line. And so what that'll be is the blocks will kind of straddle this. So we're going to dig basically a circular trench out, and then we'll dry fit the blocks to make sure that the angle is right for us and what we wanted. And we'll leave the center. We're not going to dig out the whole thing. And then once that is dug and we've got our angle right, we'll go ahead and pour in the concrete, basically making the foundation for the block. And then once that dries, so probably tomorrow, I guess, so next day thing, we'll start laying the block itself. The extra dirt we'll dig out, we'll fill up the center, and we should be good to go. Sounds like a perfect plan.
Yeah. Okay, here goes.
So, actually, hold on, you know what? Before we even dig, let's go grab some bricks to make sure that this is gonna work the way it's supposed to in the design.
Okay. Do you have a rough idea how many bricks it was?
13, I think. So I think it's 26 total.
Work. No, no. Work. Work. What?
I'm gonna go grab one more. I'm gonna try to find my phone to look at the...
Always looking at the design, leaving me to do the rest of the work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This feels like it's gonna be 18. And we're not gonna have enough brick.
All right, so that line might actually be the outside. What are you doing? How many did you just grab?
2 more. So, well, 4 in total from your...
the inside to inside. So can you take one over there and kind of square it up with mine? All right, so I think that is the outside line. So scoot into your green line. All right, so now that our footer has dried, we are on to day 2 here. So what I've done is kind of just set out the dry set of the blocks here, and relatively speaking, I've got my 4-foot level. Everything's actually relatively level across, which is really great. We ideally are going to be using this little rebar stake and wood jig here that we've created to know where the face of the block will hit. So we're gonna just kind of use this and slowly rotate. I'm gonna set these guys out to the distance that they need to be, and then we'll start getting everything mortared. What we've decided to do is we've got a bunch of brick around the yard, and we're gonna kind of do just a really messy cladding on the outside, kind of an over grouting technique, because none of the bricks are in really perfect condition. That's what we'll use on the exterior here. So we'll lay those kind of as we go. And the consistency you're really going for on your trowel is about 1/2 inch thick, and being able to hold it vertical without it falling off. That's kind of your goal. So I think we're good here. I can't think of what you call this all of a sudden. I don't have the perfect spatula tool for this. Wow, I can't think of what this is called all of a sudden. It would be better if you had a pointed one, kind of a triangle shaped one, which I thought I had, and I am not gonna run to the store just for that. So I'm gonna make do with my small square cut here. Again, it's not ideal, but with a little bit of practice, you can make it work. Trowel, the word is trowel. All right, so our first layer is done. Everything is setting, and I'm just double checking with my 4-foot level that across and kind of different angles of the circle are all level with one another. And we are pretty damn good all the way across. So as our block work here dries, and I do go through and do a little cleanup, one of the other steps we'll do is take a lot of this refurbished brick and start getting it cleaned up, mostly just like the dirt and such, right, to get that off. And then we're going to use these guys kind of like a cladding around the outside, so it looks a more finished. And then I'm hoping that there's something like this along the top, maybe this along the top. I don't know. We'll see how many bricks we have. But yeah, we'll make it look a little bit sharper. I don't mind the raw brick look or the raw cinder block look. I think it's a really good look. However, I don't like these gaps in this tight of a circle, so this is just definitely going to need something else. And so I think the brick will be a perfect reuse. Again, we've found 500 to 600 bricks in our yard over the years of living here, so we're just going to reuse them, give them a new life.
wider now. Oh, it stinks.
If you guys like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon for getting alerts for the next time that we post a video. As always, we want to give a huge shout out to all of our members. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.